a police chase that ended with a car running into a wall while the guy hopped out and tried to make a run for it. Yeah, that sounds like some Grand Theft Auto type shit, like on the real. But that's something that I witnessed with my own two eyes. So I'm gonna get into that. But first things first, man. I looked today and I think it said I had 110 subscribers or whatever, and like that shit means the world to me, man. Like just even if I had one more or two more or whatever, like I can remember when I had like 80 or something. So slowly but surely, like people are catching on. Like my stories are real, and they're pretty gnarly, honestly. So anyways, I got to give a major shout out to you guys. Like, literally, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys and having somewhat of support. And also, I got to give a shout out to the people who are first coming that are checking out my page. Hey, check everything out on my page, man. It's comical and crazy at the same time. It's all real. Okay. And for the people who are not new, thank you for coming back. It really means the world to me. Really, really does. Like, I don't care if I go from 109 to 110 or whatever. Like, that's like going from 1 to 1,000 to me. Like, I take it very seriously. And that's why I always make the time to shout you guys out because I really do appreciate it. And last but not least, I got to give a shout out to all the fallen soldiers of ex juvenile delinquents that didn't make it this far. A lot of the stuff that I do is for people like that, okay? So now that we got all the somber shit out of the way, let's get back into the Grand Theft Auto type story, alright? So, in one of my previous videos, I talked about getting ditched on shrooms. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it because it explains more of this same area where basically there's a like driveway type thing that goes down into the parking garage, but around that is like a roundabout, just a roundabout, like a U-turn, but it's like less of a U and more of a whatever, a larger U or whatever. Like it's more of a, it's not like a U like that. Like it's like more of like a curve, okay? So like that was how I got ditched when my homie like was supposed to pull into the spot, and then he decided to go all the way around and go all the way back up and totally ditch me. So anyways, this happened on a day I was for sure at least 21 because I can remember getting a drink at this place, Barney's Beanery, which has been like two or three other places. Um, I don't know why. I mean, it's right by the beach, like literally, like it's doesn't seem like it's in the worst like neighborhood or worst area or whatever, but things just have a habit of not working out well there. Okay, so I'm there with like a friend and like two girls or something. Like I really can't remember who exactly I was with, but so we're sitting there, I'm eating like probably like a cheeseburger and fries. I eat like a fucking toddler, so what? Um, so I'm eating that because I'm not gonna get fucking oysters and ooh yummy shrimp, yummy exoskeleton of a crab, like then I'm not a seafood dude like at all. It's fucking disgusting. Okay, so what happens is all of a sudden, like we're sitting in a spot that it's like you have to go up these stairs to get into the front door, but there's also seating outside like the door, and there's only two spots. There's only two, like there's a table and there's another table. We had one of those tables on the outside. So instead of facing the ocean, we were facing the street, the roundabout. Okay. So we're like sitting there, minding our own business, talking, whatever. And then all of a sudden, we just start hearing cop sirens. Just cop sirens, just like, just like, and we look over, and there's a guy that is in a. I'll never forget this. It was a F-250 Super Duty, like one of those big cars for people with small dicks. Just kidding. If you might have a regular sized dick and still drive a car like that, but probably not. Let's be real. So, anyways, this guy is getting chased. Like it's a literal car chase, and he's at a spot where I don't think he knew the area very well, because he was just trying to go straight, not knowing that when he keeps going straight down that street, it's going to turn around, and like, they easily could have stopped him. So, what this guy decides to do on some straight Grand Theft Auto shit is he is going down the roundabout, and he gets to like a quarter of the way. Like a quarter of the way, like, yeah, quarter of the way. And this fool opens his door, jumps out, and leaves the car running and everything, jumps out and starts running. And his car, thank God that when he jumped out, he must have had turned the steering wheel a little bit to the right, because his car went like this and then like that. And it smashed into this wall, like this giant white wall that was like, luckily it was made out of like plaster. It wasn't like the worst thing or whatever. Like, I don't even think there was really much like damage to the wall, to the car. I can't really say. But like, we just like, we're seeing this happen in real time. And he just like ditches the car, and it's the most Grand Theft Auto shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay. And he gets out of the car and he just starts running. And like I said before, I don't think he knew where he was, or maybe he was on a sick one and he just didn't understand. But where he ditched his car and where he started running to, it's a dead end. Like, literally, like, the sand starts like 30 feet from where he was, 40 feet maybe. So, like, this guy ditches his car, and like this is a full pier. Like, if that car had kept going straight, like, it for sure would have took out at least one person. So I'm thankful for that nobody got hurt. But like, once that happened, like, that wasn't really the concern. The truck and the whatever, like, that wasn't really a huge concern. There were so many cops there that like they could have fucking split up into threes. And the amount of cops they could have had some cops doing that, some cops chasing the guy, and some cops just getting ice cream or hot dog on a stick or some shit. So, which were both places that were at the pier that I don't think hot dog on a stick is there anymore. Man, I miss that shit. Um, so, this guy, he's running. And like, we're sitting right outside, right on the corner. Like, I can see all of this happening. And he's running, and like, he gets to the sand, and he has to keep running. And so, of course, the cops keep chasing him into the, like, I don't know what he thought. Oh, once I get to the sand, I'll be safe and sound. Like, nah, like, they were ready. Like, they chased the fuck out of this guy. So he's running and he's running and he's running, and I'm watching the whole time, just like eating my French fries, just like watching. And like, he's running, he makes it like 60-70% of the way there, and all of a sudden, I didn't know. I was paying attention to the cops that were straight up chasing him, but I didn't know that there were, of course, there were a million fucking cops for no reason. But there was a group of cops that actually went like around, and they went under the pier. So they were trying to get him like this. He was running this way, and they were trying to get him like this with the people running behind him. Okay, so he's running, and it's like, what did you think you were gonna do? Sprout fins and gills and swim away? Like, this isn't a Disney Channel movie, like, or an OG Disney Channel movie. I don't know what the fuck's going on there now. You know what I'm saying? South Park called it a long time ago that Mickey Mouse was a villain. Anyways, so I don't know what his plan was, honestly. And he ends up getting side tackled. Like, he literally, it's almost like the cops from the side and the cops from the back, like, met up at the perfect time, and they just tackled the fucking fuck out of this guy. Like, literally. And he got tackled, and like, his face was in the sand and everything. I remember he looked all sandy and shit. Like, I don't even think he was wearing shoes, honestly. He might have kicked him off before he started running in the sand, but I think that's giving him a little too much credit. So, anyways, I feel like his walk of shame was a little different, because not only did like a large amount of people see exactly what went down, but he tried to make his dumbass escape and then got caught, and then he had to get handcuffed, and he had to walk on the sand on the way back to like the cement, which, like, I just feel like like being handcuffed and walking is already bad enough on like regular ground, but doing it in the sand just feels a little extra, like, extra. So, like, like, he had no chance of slipping the cups and getting away. I know that for sure. So he takes his walk of shame back to the vehicle, and they throw him in the back of the cop car. And then finally they go check out the pickup truck, and they try to see like what damage had really been done. Like, if there were people sitting on the benches right there, they would have got screwed. Like, there's a lot of people that are normally like in that general area that were not there, for thank God, for some reason. So it didn't end up, all that happened was that the truck just smashed like the front of the truck. And I know it's a Super Duty and all that, but like, still, like, that shit was going fast and downhill, so like it didn't lose any speed. Like, he didn't hit the brake and slow down and then hop out. Like, this motherfucker hopped out, like full force hopped out, let the car just go. Okay, so seeing that, like, it literally, like, I literally felt like I was inside of Grand Theft Auto. And I played Grand Theft Auto on a computer when I was a kid, because we didn't have video games growing up. So it was definitely a trip to see that. And I'm assuming that that guy got screwed over pretty hard, because I could imagine that he was either driving drunk, or the car was stolen, or both. So he's probably not sitting too happy inside of some jail cell somewhere, unless they give him probation and a slap on the wrist like they do with all the fucking pedophiles and chomos and shit. Oh, promise you won't do that again. I promise. And then fucking 2 days later, they're out hunting for kids. It's fucking disgusting. So, anyways, that was just a little story that I wanted to share with you guys, that I thought was interesting, that like you don't see shit like that every day. So I hope you can enjoy this video, and I hope you enjoy my videos. If you could subscribe, it would be cool. It feels really good to wake up, even if it's just one subscription or whatever. Like, it feels cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think of it as, ooh, money, 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 like Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob, money, 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 money. Like, I'm not thinking about that at all. I just think the wider my message can be spread, the more entertainment can be had. So that's my whole ammo right there, like straight up. So, anyways, I hope everybody has a nice day. I gotta go to the bitch ass dentist, so that's gonna suck, but it is what it is. So, anyways, I hope you have a better day than mine. Alright.